All right, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you can hear me. Hopefully the video, I had 4 videos that they blocked. So they don't want this information out for some reason. Now, like I said, let's get back to the Delphi thing and where the Smiths came in, which were shocking because there was some stuff going on up north here. And I wasn't sure who they were talking about. I mean, Smith is a very common name, many Smiths, right? But then it clicked when uh, Keegan Klein from behind bars mentioned the Smith's name, right? They knew the Smith family or lived with them or whatever. And then that same name, the same people came up in the Brad Holder thing. That Brad Holder and Jesse Beno, whatever his name was. Let's see if I can find these people real quick. Find out what name they were under in the Delphi case. All right, you had Jesse Messer, Patrick Westfald, Holder, and Elvis Fields, right? And somebody else named Johnny something. I don't know. I think they got the run. It's a guy named Johnny. It ain't me, but I think we know what's going on in that southern thing. So yeah, all right, I found it. I found it, and there's a new video out. Let's take a look at this. Right, this is a short of leaked photos of the crime scene in Delphi. Please view discretion strongly urged. All right, let's check this out. See, this is new. All right, hold on a minute, folks. Let's share this so you can see.
Photo of Abby. This is a photo of a t-shirt and a crick, but here, I'll show it to you better there on this photo.
All right, these are old photos. We've seen these.
These have now came out. Somebody sent these to Gavin. He's not sure if it's the guy that took the photos or he just came across them.
Yeah, them are old
Look
photos.
at this photo. You zoom in, you see a pink sock. Is what you're looking at right there's a pink sock in the water right there. See it? See it?
It is a pink sock.
And then that photo,
it looks like a
which I'm assuming is taken from the front. Supposedly, right after this, they were found.
You can hear me.
You tell me you were snapping pictures of this. They weren't snapping pictures of anything else. You tell me. So these are the photos that are going around, guys. Just wanted to bring them to you here. What do you guys think? I believe they're authentic. Absolutely. And this one, I believe. Let me show you the photos. Look, there's a photo of Abby. This is a photo of a t-shirt and a crick, but here, I'll show it to you better there on this photo. These have now
These
came
are
out.
old photos.
Somebody sent these to Gavin. He's not sure if it's the guy that took the photos or he just came across them. Look at this photo. You zoom in, you see a pink sock. Is what you're looking at right there's a pink sock in the water right there. See it? See it?
It almost looks like.
And then
like
that
ice
photo
on the water.
which I'm assuming is taken from the front.
But I don't
So
think there was
supposedly,
ice.
right after this, they were found. You're telling me you were snapping pictures of this? They weren't snapping pictures of anything else?
All right. So how this whole thing? Ooh, they got a new thing out on Brad Holder, like a mini document. Brad Holder, third party suspects in the Delphi case, and they always were from the beginning. What does all these suspects say to me? Right? All these people's, they're all suspects. That tells me that there was many involved, many linked to somebody. And I was kind of shocked when they said the Smiths were involved, right? Then Keegan Kline came out with that video saying, yeah, he used to live with the Smiths. And I was like, oh, what? Who's the Smiths? And then, what, a couple of years went by? And then they got into the Brad Holder thing. And whose name appeared with Patrick Westfall, the Vandalers or whatever they call them, the Odin, whatever, and Brad Holder and all that. The Smiths, somebody wanted to join their club, their thing, wanted to be initiated into, which I was shocked because that's the third time that this, whoever it is, the Smiths have popped up in Indiana cases and stuff. So it probably is a drug cartel, probably very well possibly connections within the system. And I would like to know where they're trying to say that that connection led to Chicago and the biker clubs in Chicago. The handsome, is that right? What do they say that when a man is? Debbie, what do they say when a man is a good-looking man? Handsome, handsome. The Hanson twins or whatever they are. Who knows? Maybe they should have been transparent. Yeah, they just didn't do what they should have done. And it caused more people's deaths and it caused a biker war uh, within Indiana and churches at war and everything because these guys go to churches, right? They go to Monday through Friday, they're out terrorizing. Monday through Saturday. Sunday, they're in the house of the Lord. Uh, they were within the Freemasons, they were within the Odins. And it's obvious there was a connection with many of these people. And I do believe they probably were watching these guys before Delphi. Because Delphi, uh, uh, Abby and Libby are not the only ones that lost their lives in Delphi, Indiana, or Lafayette, Indiana. So we really don't know how many are involved or what they're doing. I know this much. They are looking for bikers. Not only in Texas, everywhere. Everywhere. I think finally Texas set the ground rule. It's like Texas became their own country. And they're like, we're coming after these dudes, right? And that's what they said. All these clubs, all these people, all this secret society, they're coming after them. And I think they've already made massive arrests. And I imagine they'll continue to do it. This is where you'll see people, they're going to go rogue, meaning, or they're going to go into hiding. They're not going to be wearing their colors. They probably won't be riding their motorcycles because they literally are going after these people. And I know why the militia, the Indiana militia, was on TV telling the Indiana Sheriff's Department if they need help, we can use our Indiana militia to fight this war. And I think they said something about National Guard. So yeah, so that made sense. I thought they were threatening the people uh, with the militia. But now I understand why the militia said they'll come in and help if they need help. And I imagine not only Indiana militia, Michigan militia and the government, uh, Illinois, their militia, probably will come in and help and fight that. We know Texas is already hitting these guys uh, in Texas big time. Texas is not messing around. Texas came out, like I said, Texas, what am I seeing in Texas? I'm seeing what the president of Venezuela did. They're tired of it and they took it into their own hands. And I did see that they are coming at these guys, and they did warn these people to get out of their state or they will come after these people. And they did. They locked a whole bunch of them up, and they're after more of them. So that tells me that Texas is the only state that really took it into their own hands and said, we'll go to war with these people. We'll literally break out into a war. And it won't be a civil war. A lot of people, it's going to be a civil war. No, it ain't going to be a civil war. It is going to be exactly what they're doing, what Texas is doing. They've had enough of it, and they're acting like their own country. And I don't blame them. Not one dang bit. Right? And they're on their own. And I'll support them. Hey, I'm support you because they're terrorists, folks. They're into magic. They're into witchery, voodoo, prostitution, you name it. Someone just put the whammy on me today. I'm trying to figure out who. I'm going to start staying away from everybody. And I've been talking to the Lord, and I'm like, I am going to stay away from everybody, Lord. I'm leaving. And I'm done with it. But here's the thing. Texas ain't playing around. And they are coming after these people. And no longer is it just a tattoo. The government, everything is going to be changing in America. And Trump can't even he can't get his head around it. He can't fathom what's going on because he's out here saying, we love these people. And the government and the states are saying, no, they're bailing out, folks. They're bailing out. They're siding with Texas, and they're siding with these other states that are just fed up with the corruption and it ain't cannabis. Right? A lot of people, well, it's cannabis. There might be a cannabis connection. There's some people saying that Indiana is dealing drugs, but they're using other states to do it. So that's very possible. Indiana might be the target of the first nuclear weapon that goes off in the United States, from what some people are saying. Now, I don't know if that's true, but probably because there's been a lot of people making a lot of videos of get out of Indiana, get out of the southern parts of Indiana. It's not good. There's crazy people there, the whole area. And I've witnessed them videos myself. So for these people to say, oh, that's full of crap. No, they're actually telling people to get the heck out of Indiana. It's not good, and it's very dangerous. So it makes sense. Now, what I'm trying to do is find the connection between the Handsome brothers, the pretty boys, and this organization, right? This thing. So is there a connection? I don't know. I had to fire a bunch of these people. So that's probably why I got the order to get rid of them and cut these people from the team because they were behind the scenes. They were bad boys. Right? Behind the scenes, they were bad boys doing very bad things. Right? So I would imagine so. And I do believe someone is using witchery or sorcery. And it's just a matter of time before they get to these people. And if it is connected to Chicago and these people, sorry to hear that, hometown of Illinois. But I think you all gone crazy. The whole shinshaboo. What do you think, Debbie? What do you think? Is it a coincidence that Keegan Kline said he used to live with the Smiths, and then we watched the Brian Holder and the Patrick Westfield thing, and they're saying that some guy showed up there, Smith or whatever, wanted to join their thing, right? So is that the same person? Is it the same club? I wonder if it's the dude they're talking about. I'm not. It could be. It could be the guy that one of these older ladies were yelling about, something to do with their granddaughter or something, and drugs or something like that. And I was like, ooh, I walked out of the lobby after hearing that. I was like, I don't want none of that. And she was pissed, right? The son of a bitch. Yada, yada, yada. He did this, he did that, he's doing this. I was like, I don't know who you're talking about. Goodbye. It really sounds bad. And I just left the lobby. I was out of there. I'm just checking my mail. And it makes sense that these people are all connected. So they are telling people, other YouTubers are telling people, these Indiana is a Hubbard terrorist cell. And they are literally telling people to get out of the southern parts of Indiana and Indiana, period. And Indiana is going to be losing millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars here real soon, because they're trying to stop cannabis companies from posting on all the billboards out here. And I imagine that's a million dollar, millions contract, because you can't drive 5 miles out here, 10 miles without seeing a billboard with a cannabis store. Does it bother me? No, not at all. Not at all. And what do I think? I think the government's pissed because the states went ahead and passed it and legalized it. And the federal government is saying, you can't do that. And the states said, watch us, right? You don't run the state. Man, federal government has no pull at all. They sold most of the federal land. They're trying to renege on the land on our Native American people, right? They sold most of their land. They sold most of their crap, and they have no say so. They have nothing to do with anything except for the military, really. And the state is even letting people go and saying, we're not going after them. It's petty marijuana, right? My God, you caught him with an eighth of cannabis, right? Oh, God, he'll probably get 50 years. And they're just not doing it anymore. The states we're not prosecuting these people. If you want to prosecute them people, then you take them to a federal judge or a federal court somewhere, because the states aren't prosecuting these people. It's causing mass population within the prisons for stupid crimes. So I would imagine the United States is exactly what the government, the professionals, the scientists, and everyone said. It is a terrorist organization. And it allows things that other countries don't allow. That's why you have people in America and sleeping with animals now. right? The government's all flipping out. Oh my God, we only see this in animals. Bingo, right? Bingo. It don't take a rocket scientist to put two and two together, right? So it's an animal pageant uh, disease that is only seen in third world countries where they sleep with animals. So I would imagine that's probably what it was and what it is and what it probably will be. It's just nuts. It's just nuts. And I imagine, like I said, I was shocked myself because we didn't hear about the Smiths in the Delphi case until after Klein was picked up, right? Last year or 2 years ago, whatever it was, a couple of years ago. But then we hear it again in the Brad Holder and Westfall thing. I would imagine it was a connection there. I would imagine. I don't know, but using common sense, it probably was the same guy. It was probably that's why they questioned Keegan about the Smiths on that interview that he did, and he said yes, he knew the Smiths and he used to live with them, and yada 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 yada, and they were into certain things. Maybe that's where Keegan picked up this whole thing with the young girls, right? No, we weren't sure if they were talking about Brad Holder or some other guy, Brad, because there's a lot of crap going on in Indiana, right? And they're throwing up a lot of people's names that everyone said, "Oh, you're crazy." But now, 8 years later, there is a connection. Right now, they're saying, "Well, there was a connection, but why didn't they be transparent?" Like Miss Debbie Fox was saying. Well, because then you would have had a bloodbath. I mean, the people are already sick of all this stuff, right? Like I said, I bear witness to that one guy almost ran that Harley Davidson dude completely over. And it wasn't nothing but a mistake. It was nothing but a mistake. I was right behind the guy. The guy didn't see the biker. He did pull out, but he stopped, right? He pulled out into the one lane, but the biker was in the other lane. The guy noticed, he's seen him. The guy stops. The biker comes rolling up and overreacted. Blah, blah, motors screaming, flipping, people yelling, screaming. And the guy floored it. The guy floored it. He's like, you don't run the road and whatever. He floored it right into that biker dude, just about almost hit him, but he didn't. And these guys are packing out here. They're in our cars and everything. We're packing heat because it's nuts, right? I got samurai swords and shit in my car, all kinds of stuff. I hit a button and a Uzis pop out of my dashboard and stuff because I'm tired of the bullshit. And so is everyone else. And I'm telling you, I witnessed it. That guy was going to run that biker down, and that biker had an attitude. And the guy made a mistake. If the guy didn't wanted to be an asshole, he would have ran the guy over. He would have pulled out and cut that biker right off. But no, he seen the biker. He stopped and didn't go into that biker's lane, but that biker got pissed and revved his motor until the oil was splattering out the back and out the bottom of it, and the smoke was coming from the engine, flipping off, calling them names. And the guy was just like, hey, screw you, put it in drive and just floored it. And that's what we're looking at, President Trump. That's what we are looking at. These people are sick of it. I'm sick of it. The whole world's sick of it. So sick of it, the other branches of the government that the United States Oval Office cannot reach. They're not listening to them. Is saying, screw you. We're not going to let our country go to a bunch of crazy Vikings or whatever, Odinists or whatever. And hey, they have the right. They have the right. People are crazy. Oh, they're crazy. They're into witchery, sorcery out here. They're selling body parts. Literally selling body parts. They're literally poisoning people so they can get a body part out of them. Literally, they think it's a joke, and I'm like, no, they're literally killing people. You folks are going in for operations that you don't need. If somebody's doing voodoo on you or poisoned you, and you're going to go into the hospital, you're going to come out a kidney less. You won't even know you're missing the kidney until you start having problems peeing. Gee, I used to be able to hold my pee and a lot longer. And then you'll go to the doctor and get an x-ray just like some other people did. You're going to find you got a missing body part. Why? Well, because it's $100,000 on the market for a body part. Yeah, I'm not joking. People are like, you're lying. Oh, you want to make a bet? I'll show you 5 cases where they cut a little boy open and took his organs out and sewed them back up with newspaper and hid the body with inside the drawer of his own bedroom. Why? Because they sold the body parts for money. Yeah. No. They came here looking at me and I sent them straight back. You boys got fucked. What? You got put on a snipe chase, idiots. You're corrupt. I was on camera that day. I don't even know these idiots. You are fucked. And you got sent on a wild goose chase. And it's no wonder they're killing people down there because you people are trying to set people up. Let's just say they left here claiming they all work for the same team. And I said, yeah, the same effing team that's under investigation for killing 2 little girls. And then the prostitute that you had working for all the cops that you were sleeping with out here, 16-year-old broad that the police were sharing, right? The fuck out of here. And I pointed to my assault rifle in the window. You see that? You know the Delphi case? Do you know the White House? These guys didn't even know who Doug Carter was. I'm like, do you guys know Doug Carter? No, who's he? He's supposed to be running the whole show. He's your boss. No, we don't know. Get out of my town, get out of my state, get out of my country. Because they dropped and hit a big one. It was biological. Oh, I'm bridge guy. Whatever you want, dude. Come get some. We got plenty of death to hand out to you folks. And biological chemicals. Whatever you want. Right? I got kids. There ain't no way I would do that to a child. So you can blame me all you want, but we're just going to keep hitting Indiana until they drop off a whole Brinks truck of money here. I had nothing to do with the Delphi case, and we did hit your Freemasons, and we did hit your Odins, and your Vandaliers. We hit them across the board. I told them, if we hit these dudes, we want to hit them across the board, every single one of them. And that's exactly what we did. I had nothing to do with Delphi, and we are prepared to go into full-scale nuclear war and biological war in the United States if the government don't pull their heads out of their asses and drop off a buttload of money for attacking me when I had nothing to do with it. I ain't Johnny Messer. I ain't I ain't none of these idiots. No one in my family is affiliated with these idiots. And you best come up with a bunch of money, you cocksucking pricks, or there's going to be a lot more people getting ran over because I'm telling you, we're tired of your bullshit. Your people were hit because you played games with the wrong people. And we're going to continue to hit and move. Hit and move. And yes, your Freemason's head was taken off. Come get some, you pansy ass broads. Cut it out. Anthony Shots couldn't carry my lunchbox. And we are checking into Anthony Shots, and they're pissed. Well, he's a cop. When did he become a cop? Did he ever live in the United States of America? And when did he become one of yous? Right? Was it before the Delphi case or after they were looking for him? Right? Did he get any kickbacks for all the photos that were being used? They tried using my photo to lure someone. I found out who it was. They're no longer here. Sorry, White House. Nobody gives a crap about your authorities anymore when you're letting this happen. The other day I had to hear 3 veterans cry. How could this be happening in our country, Johnny? Well, it's pretty easy if you try and believe it, John Lennon said. When the whole effing country is just corrupt and sick and the devil himself is shacked up in America, it's very easy if you try to imagine a world of madness. And that's what they got. Now, I'm a movie creator. I'm going to kill every single one of you Americans in my movie. And there ain't a dang thing anyone could do about it, except for these witches and sorcerers that they've been putting on me and curses and madness. But in my movie, America's going to sink into a hole. I can't carry your left nut. Probably not. It's so swollen. I've been without a woman, and I feel bad for this world. Right? And now they're telling Mike to get the hell out of here. F you, Mike. Mike, anybody named Mike, just run into him. Beat him half to death. Don't kill him. We don't want to go to prison for murder. We don't want manslaughter. Just whoop the living shit out of these dudes. Run them off the road. You're going to have to make a decision, Mr. President Trump. Congress, Senate, White House, Pentagon. This is the fine line, baby. We're laying it out for you. Either you're going to go with these people that are ex-convicts, rapists, pillagers. I don't care if they're superstars, movie stars. I don't care. You're going to have to make a decision, baby, because I'll tell you this much. You ain't got control of the nuclear defense systems or the biological chemical defense systems. Them are separate agencies that we control. And you ain't got it. You just ain't got it. You got the wrong guy in there. Put me in there. I'll bust this country's balls. I will literally bust this country's balls. You got the wrong people in running the show. I want to thank you folks for watching the Johnny Kramer Music Movie Channel. Some say I could be a great actor. And I told them, well, the great actors learned from me. So what am I going to do? I don't know. The world is my oyster. The world is my clam. And I got Social Security saying, Mr. Kramer, you can live anywhere you want. Thank you for your help. And you don't even need a passport. You can go anywhere you want. I got people up in Canada saying, we'd love to have you up in Canada. The cuckoo. I was like, I'm there. The McKenzie brothers. Are you kidding me? I'll make a stop in Canada after I make a couple rounds of around the world to see my fans and the rest of the world and to be safe, because America now is on the #1 top terrorist list. Debbie's already got my sword, and I want these people to come at me with I'm the bridge guy. I really want them to. I want them to come at me saying that I'm the bridge guy, or I had anything to do with these murders, or this sick film that these people were making down there. I want them to come at me. President Trump, Congress, Senate, Pentagon, I want these people to come at me and say I'm bridge guy, because we're not going through the courts that we have already proven that are guilty. We're not going through the corruption, right? Them Masons, them vandaliers, them bikers, them people down there were hit because they're evil. And God's got more in store for you, folks. And the tornado machine is up and running, and you best take cover, because it is a proven fact that we are going to get hit with tornadoes in certain areas. So get ready. And don't think you're going to hide from us in some other country, right? We're heading to Switzerland. It just so happens I'm from Switzerland, and my family and my bloodline, right? We're taking off to here. That there is nowhere where we cannot hit you. We are the United States of America. If we want you, we will tear your country apart to get the one guy. This is my movie, my story. And it is good. It is good. Yeah, we want them to come. We are literally all set. They got this makeshift shit that they were cooking in their basements, ricin and anthrax. And boy, wouldn't you know, they were transporting 50 tons of the real milled United States military anthrax through this little state. What happened to it? I don't know. You pricks are going to find out in my movie what happened to it. Yeah, I got hit today again with witchery or sorcery, or someone did. I felt it. They poisoned someone today. And that's exactly what they're doing, poisoning people. Debbie, I am the actor and the producer and the film set guy on this movie. You can't tell me to cut. This is my problem in America. These people are on my set and they're telling me, cut. This movie will go on. This movie has taken over the United States of America. And there ain't nothing going to stop this movie except for one thing: a good woman. And you probably will never see me again. But that ain't going to happen anytime soon. So this is going on. We're protecting ourselves. Loaded. I hit that button in my car. The whole dashboard pops off. The whole thing, everything. I got grenade launchers built. I want to thank the body shop guys that built this car for me. It's better than the Beast. Got small missiles and everything. 20 cal cannon built into the front of it. We're ready. We're ready. There is no money. When it comes to this, money is no object. Ain't nobody. That's a troll account anyway. Yeah, but that troll account is connected to these idiots. They want some, these bikers, right? And here's the sad thing. I love Harley Davidsons. I was riding wheelies on Harley Davidsons before these dudes were riding Harley Davidsons. We were doing backflips before all these BMX bikers were doing backflips in Illinois in the cornfields. This ain't everyone. Oh my God, we were doing that when we were 17, 16. Way before Tony Hawk or anything. Why did they get the credit? Because they were out south or out west. Could we have been movie stars at young age? Yes, we could have. Could we have been BMX riders and dirt bike riders? Yes. Hell, we were riding wheelies and circles on our bikes. Don't get us on a dirt bike. We were animals. Now, this whole thing of America has been taken from me and my friends that we grew up with. All the stories, you folks, are everything. You're a bunch of rip-off artists. And we don't want California out here. You stole enough of my movies and stories in the bar. One time I had a guy follow me around for a week in a bar. We'd go into a bar and we'd just be cracking up, telling stories, all kinds of stuff. Everybody was just having a great time. But what I didn't realize was this guy had a little book. He was writing everything down. What the fuck you doing, you FBI or whatever? No, man, this is some funny shit, man. It was. And so, like I said, folks, yeah, you want to say I'm bridge guy now? Oh, you idiots. I did 4 videos that day. I seen the murders on the TV at 11. It was on the 11 o'clock news. So you're blaming me? You'll be hearing from my associates, Indiana. You will be hearing from my associates, you pricks. We are now bringing lawsuits up against Indiana, and we will choke Indiana out. And we are going to use their militia. I agree with the state police. We will use the militia, and we will use other states' militias that want to come in and get a piece of these guys. And everybody wants a piece of these idiots. They're building cars out here right now with ram bumpers on the front of them. They're not messing around. We're preparing for war. Like I said, it ain't going to stop until old Trump calls me in. Until the top general of all generals from the Pentagon calls there and says, Johnny, we don't need you no more. Until then, we're going into full-scale invasion. Right? We're already after these insurgency cells out here. We're taking them out too. They are. We're under attack. They're insurgent cells, and we're hitting them. I'm sorry, folks, but we are not putting up with it no more. You ain't gonna blame me for shit I had nothing to do with. You done tortured people. Anyone named Johnny or Jesse or Elvis or any. Where did yeah, and I'm getting hold of the Elvis Presley organization, and I'm going to hit you. Not Elvis Presley organizations. I'm calling Elvis Presley, Nashville, Tennessee, the king himself and the family members, and Ricky. And I'm letting them know these pricks are using Elvis's name in this Delphi bullshit of 2 little girls that were killed. And I'm going to hit you from all around, baby. And I'm going to tell you right now, we're back in tech. We're coming at them. We're coming at them. We don't need nothing. We got enough military. We got enough technology. We don't need no more technology to do what has to be done here. And we're hitting them for witchery and sorcery and magic. I was curled up in a ball earlier. I thought I was going to die, Debbie. I thought I was going to die. Somebody is doing something to me, and I'm not going to rest. I'm going to come out of the grave looking. I'm going to haunt this whole country. Right? I'm going to haunt every single one of them. You've been watching the Johnny Kramer Music Movie Show. I had to fire a lot of you police. I know you're pissed. We had to do a lot of things we didn't want to do, but I'm not running a GQ modeling shoot here. This ain't if you want to do that, I can hook you up with some people that'll take photos and turn you into a model, a GQ model, if that's what you want. If you're in the police department, we can do that. But when you got my uniform on, you ain't going to play favorites to nobody. And you stick to your job. You want to sleep with all kinds of women? You do it off the clock, not on my time and my United States people citizens' time. You do it off the clock, right? And I suggest you stop passing around these young broads as prostitutes. And I couldn't believe it. 17 cops. Passing around a 16-year-old. I couldn't believe it. Now, granted, she had a body like a brick house, right? Did she look 16? No. No, I can't say that I would blame these guys for it because she didn't look 16. And I imagine she didn't tell them she was 16. But the fact is, once they busted her, she was 16. So what are you going to do? When the madman's 24-inch pythons run wild on you? I don't know. Debbie says it's zombie mower on the front of my truck. Yeah, people are getting ready. They got to de-escalate it. The government's just not doing their jobs. A lot of the professionals are saying this. We're playing right into the part of the government. They want us to go crazy and kill each other so they don't have to. That very well might be true. I don't know. I don't have all the answers. I don't know. Last night I had Valdez in here asking if Trump was in Indiana. I was like, yeah, they're all hanging out here. They're at the golf course, right? We put out spotlights. And they can do 18 holes in the middle of the night while everyone's sleeping. My country comes first. Well, God first, then my family and country. And this might be my last rodeo. This might be my swan song movie to America. This might be it. Now, I know Penn's been calling me Sean and Johnny, we got to do it. We can't, John. I love your documentaries. I loved some of the roles you played. I watched you since you were a young lad. But I can't do it. This is my show, my movie. It's going to be huge. As Trump said, it's going to be huge. It is going to be huge. It's already huge, and it hasn't even hit the silver screen yet. They can't figure it out. How is he doing it? I don't know. It's God. It's not me because I'm dumber than a doornail. And I got paperwork to prove it. So, yeah. Yeah, but is America fed up with all this madness? Yeah, and it sucks because I know bikers. Not like hang out with them or whatever, but everybody, Indiana is a biker state, right? The whole John Mellencamp, the whole biker thing, the whole Lafayette, Guns N' Roses, Axl Rose, it's a bad boy state. You're bound to run into a biker, and not all of them are bad. They probably have no idea what's going on. Why are they getting attacked? What is going on? And all it took was one bad apple for the whole world to turn and say, they're terrorists. And now the whole world's gone crazy. It's starting to get cloudy out there. Now, like I said, folks, I really wish they wouldn't have blamed me for stuff. I had nothing to do with it. I've been reporting on the Delphi case from day one. I don't know. They want to blame me for it. You can blame me for it. But like I said, you will be hearing from our associates and their lawyers. And they are motherfuckers. I can tell you that much. Some say they're the Hell's Angels. I called the Pentagon. I'm like, give me the Hell's Angels. We'll settle this real fast. And they're like, well, Hell's Angels ain't nothing. Well, we'll see about that, won't we? We will see about that, won't we? Because they are coming. And Just lock your doors and stay inside and be polite to them. Don't ask them their business and let them do their work. And their work is going to be stomping the shit out of these people. And it will be a shootout. There's no doubt about it. Trump's talking about the Hells Angels. The Hells Angels ain't as bad as some of these other groups. Okay, that's all I needed to know. Hire them. I want them in Indiana in a week. Bring them up north. We'll attack from up north. I want other divisions and other clubs that are coming in to come up from behind. We're gonna surround them. We ain't going away. You blamed people that had nothing to do with this madness. Anybody named with these idiots, first name or whatever, got attacked, and we had nothing to do with it. I don't do porn. I'm sorry. Quit asking me to do porn. I don't do porn. I refuse to do porn. That's why Trump's saying I'll never get anywhere. Well, they're saying I grew up a certain way. I was raised. You want to watch it. You want to do whatever. But as a guinea, which I am considered a guinea, and a Mick, and a German, and everything else. I'm sorry, I cannot produce your movies or make them. I don't want nothing to do with them. I'm sorry. Quit asking me. And I refused millions and millions of dollars, and I refused to do it. I will be somebody in this country and on this earth without doing sick stuff and making, what do they call them? Snuff films. Bunch of sickos. Head out east if that's what you want to do. Go out west, right? Go down south or whatever. That's where the main branches are for this kiddie sex stuff or whatever, man. Go out there. Don't go here, because I'm telling you, they're literally telling people on the news and on YouTube to get the heck out of Indiana. And bring them in. Bring the Hells Angels in. Can you make sure they take a bath, though? These dudes travel very far. And by the time they get here, they're going to smell like a Bigfoot. We're going to need places to put these people. We're going to need, get a hold of Jesse Ventura. Get the Mongols. Get the Mongols. Get a hold of Ventura, Trump. Bring in the Mongols and the Hells Angels. They're going to make a pact until this situation. This is going to be a great movie. It's going to be incredible. Unbelievable. Now, we did learn in the music business, whenever we do hire the Hells Angels, it goes bad fast. But that was in the 60s. They've changed. So this might work out pretty good. Oh, I see Miss ATS News stuck in here. How Miss ATS News, how you doing? It's getting crazy, girl. You hunker down out east. You hunker down out there. You got storms coming. The tornado machine is up and running. You got wild madmen running all over the place. You got planes dropping from the sky. You got everything going on. This is probably one of the biggest movies ever produced. I'll tell you right now, Howard Hughes would be proud. He's like, we didn't even need no cameras. We got everything, right? They're like, how did they get the cameras for them? We didn't. We got our own cameras. We got our own. Debbie, don't laugh. This ain't funny. How come whenever this thing shit gets deep, she starts laughing? She just starts laughing. You're going to get yourself in a lot of trouble, little lady. You're going to get yourself in a lot of trouble. And I can tell you one thing. Don't be walking around in North Carolina at night. I showed you that new video out where the trucker is saying, don't you dare stop anywhere in North Carolina at night. It's like the Ducky Boys from the Wanderers movie. They just started coming out of the woods. from everywhere. He's like, holy shit. He was being watched that night. He was scared shitless. And truckers are some of the most craziest, fearless people in the world. Most of them are carrying weapons and all kinds of stuff to protect themselves on the road. He came right out and said he never seen anything like North Carolina. The fog came out of the woods and everything, and then people just started popping out of the woods barefooted and all jeans and everything ripped up. I'm like, that was the fucking Ducky Boys, man. They're still around from the Wanderer days. Those effing Ducky Boys. Around and find out in the state. There ain't no one going to North Carolina. After that trucker put out that video, you won't catch me out there at night. You won't catch me out there down south and everything. I seen the movie Deliverance. You wouldn't catch me out there at night walking around. I've seen Deliverance, woman. I know what they do to men out there. It's disgusting. But that's, well, you heard, but you remember Ernie Shell, Debbie? You remember that little incident with Ernie Shell and Brad? I forget the last name of his name. He looks like a giant country bear, hair all over him. You heard what he said he was going to do to Ernie in front of everybody and film it. I don't want to ever come across someone like that in the dark woods at night. Make you squeal like a pig, and that's exactly what they do. My butthole's puckering right now just thinking about these idiots. They even walk around here. I get all puckered up. Put a phone book around my butt. Tape it with duct tape. Now you got problems. You can't. You're out of control. I'm out of control. I'm out of control. This whole country's out of control. Your court system's out of control. The whole world's out of control. You want me to get it back to where it was? Do you want me to bring peace back to this country and everything? I mean, I can do it. It's just a movie. But then I realized what the scientists were telling me, and they're like, well, Mr. Kramer, if it's true and these people are using bios on us and these people are maybe under some kind of influence or spell, then they might be doing what your movie. They might be going out and doing it, just like they did with the Zodiac killer and the other killer and the Manson family. People went out and started their own families. I didn't realize how bad it was till they explained it to me, and then I was like, we had to shelf the film. Right? And I'm poor. I'm on Social Security. I'm broke down. I'm broke down from construction and fighting and surviving in the world. I can't do it no more. My head's a swollen basketball. So are my gonads. That's lack of woman. They took the woman out of my life, and it just turned me into a beast. Animal. I don't care. I'm ripping everything apart. I just don't care no more. Hello, Miss Rebecca Ann. That's Brad. You got to watch out for him. He's a booty monster. I don't know what these guys are doing down there down south. I just don't know. I'm kind of afraid of Brad. I mean, I probably would have to just kill him right off the bat because there ain't no way he's going to get this booty. I mean, I'm not just going to lay down like Ernie and point my butt up in the air and say, take it, big boy. I'm sorry, I can't. You guys are scaring me down south. I used to vacation down south. I used to go fishing down south and everything with the family, and we'd visit family and everything. And I'm afraid now. I don't even know. I don't even know if I want to go down south anymore, or out east, or out west, or anywhere. I'm just gonna sit here. I might go up into Canada, maybe. Even them crazy Canadians ain't that crazy. No, Debbie, it's not funny. I'm not going to get anywhere close to Brad. Not unless I get a sworn statement and a signature that he promises not to look at my booty when I'm up there. When I go down there, if he signs this documentation and gives me his word, I might come down south and film this whole escapade that they want filmed. I know there's no film company that'll go ahead and purchase it or produce it. But at least we will have it on film. Miss Rebecca Hand, I think I am under demonic attack. And I'm asking you folks to pray for me because I have nothing to do with any of this crap. I'm just a reporter. And that's it. That's it. In Jesus' name, I pray for myself to break the chains of this witch or witches and this voodoo and magic and evil. But it's time to get it on, right? The American people have spoken. They're tired of the madness. And plus, the people that live in this complex are scaring me, and they're scaring the government. So, and we did pass out flyers to all these people's doors. We are not responsible for your families. We are not responsible for the management team here. We are not responsible for anything that happens to these people after they attacked us and hurt these people that had disabilities. We're not responsible for any of them. And you won't hold us responsible for anything. And we are coming after these people because you tricked these people in signing documentation that they would not be sued, that they would not sue you. And they had no idea what they were signing. So rip that up and throw it in the garbage because they're coming at them. All glory goes to God, amen. I'll tell you what, it's one heck of a movie. They tried stealing it. We took them out. They're trying to steal it again, and we'll take them out again. And people, you can't do that. We just did it. Watch and learn. Right? You wanted the ball busters, and that's exactly what I delivered to you folks. And they are busting your balls. Just like they busted mine. They did. They busted my balls good. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Miss Rebecca Ann is saying she don't go nowhere in Indiana without her pew pew. We got the pew pews. We also have the bear spray. We also have our mace, and then we have little cylinders of anthrax that are sprayable anthrax. We're gone crazy. We've gone literally crazy. Yes, we got small canisters of spray ricins and everything. They started it. I'm sorry, Trump. They started it. We caught them down south cooking ricin and anthrax in their basements and in garages. And we just so happened had the right connections and got the real anthrax and real ricin milled right from a military lab. Right? So they drew first blood. Johnny Kramer had nothing to do with your pill popping, drug dealing, trafficking, pedo sex photo videos. And you're about to get dealt with, folks. They about got dealt with, Debbie. They about got dealt with. And as you can see, there ain't nobody from the government coming here or calling. So mission is on. The Pentagon calls, the United States Pentagon, then it's off. Right? The White House calls, then it's off. Till then, the Pentagon and the Congress and Senate and everybody's on board. They're all on board. We know this much. President Donald Trump cannot stand Jack Smith. Who is he? I don't care. But they're going to jack anyone that's named Smith because Trump is a gangster. He's going to make sure there's no retaliation from anybody named Smith ever again. I don't know. We're on board. He's a gangster. I can't go against him. I cannot go against him. He's a gangster. Debbie, quit laughing, woman. This is serious stuff. This is serious stuff. She loves this movie. A lot of people love this movie. They think it's great, but it's cost me a lot of suffering, a lot of pain. They sacrificed me and many others, but this movie is going to go on. I'm not going to let it take over my life, but it is going on. And there's talking maybe the great Mel Gibson coming in on this. I wouldn't doubt it. He's crazier than a coon cop. I love him to death, right? Love him to death. Braveheart. We need another Braveheart. Debbie, don't laugh. This ain't funny. I'm talking about the great Mel Gibson. You understand? Mel Gibson, right? The madman himself, right? I need another. I'm sorry. I need another Braveheart. And he might come in on this movie. I'm not sure. We're waiting to see. We're just waiting to see. I don't know. I'm poor. I'm hoping this takes off. If I walk away with $1 million, I'm happy. I can live like a king for the rest of my life off $1 million. Buy me a nice little property, right? Not big where I can't take care of it myself, where the electric bill is more than the goddamn mortgage. You know, a truck, a good woman, a couple dogs, and a small arsenal of sea rams, and that's about it. And I'm happy. I'll be happy. I'll be living like a king the rest of my life. Off of $1 million. Well, being that I'm in my 50s right now, right, I'll be lucky to make it till 80. Right, so $1 million will last me for a while because I'm set. Right, I get $1 million cash. I'm not going to go blow it like a lot of these people did. And then they come back to us and they say we need another 5 million. Well, I'm sorry. The bank of Johnny Kramer is closed, and I just can't afford it. You're a risk. It's just too risky right now. It's too risky. Now there are people saying, Johnny, you know, Wall Street has been watching your channel, and they're actually basing Wall Street stock off of your channel and what you're saying and what's going on. And I was like, hey, give a shout out to Leo DiCaprio, right? The Wall Street Wolf. I seen that movie. I'll give a shout out to him. But the fact is the fact. And that is the fact, Jack. And I'm not talking about Jack Smith. I have no idea who he is, but that is the fact, Jack. Debbie, will you quit laughing? You said Trump is gangster. Trump is gangster. Do you understand he's going to kill many of us if we don't do what he said? This movie will be made only because Mr. President Trump requested it. Now, I'm on board with Texas because they do everything big in Texas. And there's more than stairs and quares in Texas, just like there's more than corn in Indiana. And I guess they're a bunch of pedos or something, but who knows? But this film must go on, and there's nothing that I can do about it. I can't shut it down myself. It's become so big. Even the country rappers want in on it. And I'm like, I can't let you guys in because you guys are crazy. You caused a massive war within our own country and massive country war. Bunch of people slinging horse crap at each other and cow patties. I can't have it in America. I really can't. No, quit calling me, guys. I can't. I took the phone off the hook. I took the phone off the hook. Now, is there anything you folks want to say before we start production of this movie? Now, I got lookalikes out here right now. I got Candace Blair for the Summer Wells thing, right? I even got some Delphi lookalikes running around up here, which they're probably not lookalikes. They're probably the real dudes they're looking for, but what the heck, we'll use them in the movie. Right? They're going to work pretty cheap anyways. I don't know. Maybe it was that corn dog I ate today from LA Express gas station. I don't know what it was, but or someone is using. Yeah, I'm starting to believe my spiritual woman that I was watching the other day. It is somebody doing something to me. And I hate to say it, it might be family or of. She said it's a family friend or something. Someone that knows information about me. And I'm like, but that's all lies. And they're like, I know, but they're believing the lies. And that's why these people are coming after you. And I'm like, no, that did happen, but that happened when I was 12 years old. Right. And she's like, well, they thought you should suffer for it. So I'm like, they killed me for something I did when I was 12 years old. Right. Yeah, I did that when I was 16. Right. That's minor. So, but she was like, they thought you should be for a candy bar that I stole. They thought they should crucify me. That's a little bit overboard, don't you think? So we know exactly what family it is and who they did it, and they're telling these people, hey, screw you, Mikey, screw you, and all that. Now they're on the rest of these people. I'm like, I had no idea who these people are, but I don't care. Let's just go for it. We're all in. Who cares who they are, right? The rest of the country is just killing people, and they have no idea. They're just rattling off names and they're attacking people. It has nothing to do with it. And we just went through it. And I'm sorry, and we'll continue to go through it. And if it's true, Mr. President Trump, that these people are connected to Chicago and the meth and the bikers or whatever in Chicago, believe me, the Chicago clubs will take care of these people themselves. That's bad business for their clubs. I imagine their clubs probably don't know what they did. But I don't think Chicago had anything to do with the deaths of Abby and Libby. I think we got the guys that were involved, and they tried to blame me in Chicago, and that was the most stupidest thing they have ever could have done. Debbie says he wears Skechers slip-ins. He might be Skechers slip. He might wear Skechers slip-ins. I don't know what they are, but yeah, they might. I think I got a pair of them. Are them the ones you don't have to tie up with laces? Yeah, I got a couple pair of them. Them are nice. You just slip them right on. You don't have to tie them or anything. I wonder, does he wear Skechers with the gangbang clothes? I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? This country's gone mad. I've narrowed it down to either two things. It was biological, and we finally lost our minds, or it's parasites, or it's contamination from the water. Right? America's been populated for many, 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 many years. It's overpopulated. People are saying we got plenty of land. No, you don't have plenty of land. That is unincorporated land that hasn't been surveyed or even gone through. And you can't just go live on that land because most of that land is my Native American people's land. And it hasn't been tested. Right? You want to go live out there, go ahead. But I'm just going to let you know this. We used to test our nuclear devices out there. So you can go live out there if you want. But I wouldn't recommend it. Right? I'm going to be honest with you folks. America is overpopulated. Meaning the areas that are populated and have water and food and stuff like that is overpopulated. They can't treat the water fast enough. So I got a movie to do. I can't sit around here and argue with you folks all day. I can't. I just can't do it. I don't know what they poisoned me with. I'm not sure what it is. It could be, I did eat hot fries last night. It could have been that. But something is doing a whammy on me, and it feels like somebody's using magic or spiritual stuff. Lord Jesus Christ Almighty, if I upset you, my apologies. Forgive me, Lord. But can I at least do this one movie with Mr. Mel Gibson? And maybe some other guys. We might bring in Ronnie Howard. Maybe Sean Penn. To get this thing going. I know one thing, Mr. Mel Gibson is very busy. We're trying to get the second movie of Thy God Almighty King of Kings out. Right? The resurrection. He's risen, or whatever he's going to call it. I don't know. I want to see that. Hopefully there's an America long enough for us to see this film, because I love the Passion of Christ. I almost shed a tear, and I'm not going to lie. I almost shed a tear in Braveheart, right? Because I was so much in love with a woman at one time, where if something like that happened, it would have broke my heart. And I felt for him right there. I felt for him. I felt for Wallace in that movie. I was like, this guy's been through hell. And then, son of a bitch, that better be the White House or the Pentagon. That's all I'm saying. If not, I'm putting you on hold. All right, ladies and gents. Sorry, I had to take that call real quick here. Our existence in fraction. Oh, Miss Kelter. How you doing, Miss Kel? No utilities ready, no roads, nada. And it doesn't infrastructure. What? I can't see it. I'm looking through the glass of the table. Infractions? Let me see. Our existence are almost 100 years old in areas. It wasn't meant to last that long without improvement. So our bridges and roads are in dangerous shape. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Our infrastructure that's what is infrastructure. I'm sorry. It was all blurry. I'm reading through the coffee table, through the glass of the coffee table at the bottom. I need to lift that TV up some so I could see the comments. Oh my God. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know what they did to me. Yeah, you're right about that, Cal. Boy, I was watching some of that 7.5 earthquake out there in Dubai. My God Almighty! Did you see them buildings shaking? That was unbelievable. The water coming out of the pools at the top. of the buildings as it's swaying back and forth. It's just unbelievable. No, we're not going to be on late and everything. I'm going on code 3 here. We got to shut down the whole sector and everything around here. It's just too dangerous. I don't know. Maybe they got mad because I wanted to move. I wanted to move corn school because I think it's a hazard. We're just asking for trouble to set up the carnival in the middle of the road. I know we have roadblocks and stuff, but that ain't gonna stop a semi, right? If something happens, they lose air in their brakes or lose their Jake brake. It's all over with. And I think the town got mad at me, man, and they came down on me big time today. Right? I don't know what it was. Whatever it was, they hit me pretty good with it. Whatever. It's demonic. They keep telling me it's these people around here. And I was like, it might be. It just might be. I went to bed the other day real early. It felt great. Last night, this thing, whatever it is, I hope it ain't a family member, but it would not let me sleep. I don't know who is sending this here or sending it to me, but I don't want your curses. I don't want your family curses. And I'm right back to feeling like crap when the Lord just healed me and I felt great. At least my body did. And now I'm right back to, I feel like someone with a bad back is trespassing on me, and someone with a bad stomach or butthole or something is trespassing on me. I don't know what these people are doing around here. I don't really care anymore. There's nothing I could do about it. Trump came to town. He's pissed. He's looking for these people. I'm just trying to stay alive. And what is so sad is what they're doing now to human corpses in America. It's just so sad. It's just so sad what they're doing. It's horrible. I don't know. Now I'm going to end this video, folks. And Mr. Trump, I'm letting you know right now, sir, we do have a witch. We got many witches and evil people in America, sir. Now, however you want to deal with this is fine. If you want to go to the bunker, that's fine too. Whatever you want to do, but I can't live like this with these people ripping my guts out and stealing my whole life and my anointings and everything else. So something's got to give, sir. Something's got to give. Pentagon, Congress, Senate, something has to give. If not, it's going to get ugly probably. And I'm going to have to kill everybody in my movie. And I'm already getting backlash for that. What do you mean you're going to kill everybody in your movie? The whole country. What? The whole country's going up in flames. The devil is going to pop out of the the ground of America. Blah, 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 blah. Horns and everything. And it's just going to be incredible. It's going to be unbelievable. They're already getting backlash. You can't do that. I guess not. There's certain things I can't even do in my movie. Now, I don't know who keeps doing that, who keeps coming here, and dropping off their evil or whatever, but they got to go. I can't be having this. I don't want it. Send it back to the sender, Lord. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you have a great night. You've been watching the Johnny Kramer Music Movie Channel. Now, I might bring in some of these bikers, maybe. Some of these bikers, maybe. If they can get along, we might recruit them. If they can get along. I don't know. Can they hold peace? Can they hold peace for their country if we bring them in? Right? Can the Hells Angels get along with the Mongos and the outlaw bikers, right? The outlaw club or whatever. They've already arrested a bunch of banditos carrying a bunch of burritos. And I was like, did you save the burritos? We can eat them. But they were like, no, they were laced with all kinds of PCP. And I'm like, why did they waste the burritos? We love burritos and tacos in this country. But they ruin it. They ruin it for themselves. And I can't have tainted burritos on my movie set. I just can't do it. Now, Debbie, you have a good night. And Kelt, you have a good night. And Miss Rebecca Ann and Mary J. Blige. No, wait. It was another one. Was that it? I'm not sure. Whoever was watching, thanks. Have a great night. God bless. We'll be back once the storms fire up tonight. It is starting to look out there pretty cloudy and pretty dark. So God bless everybody. And truth be told, show me the money, Indiana. If not, you just made it to the top state of terrorism on the most wanted list. I don't know. Oh, Miss ATS News. Thank Miss ATS News for stopping in. And all you folks out there, I know you've been doing a lot of witchery and sorcery on me and practicing, but the Lord reassured me that He'll get to each one of you, each of you one at a time. Now, God bless you folks. Have a safe night. And remember, keep an eye on the weather because it's going to pop off. So please be safe. Hopefully I can film it. I'm gonna rodeo me a tornado right here in Indiana. And it's repercussion. And who's suffering for this? Us innocent people that had nothing to do with any of this garbage. They just thought that they can sneak in on my movie and take it, right? And I do want to thank President Trump for letting these people know that they tried to make the money grab on me. And they sure did, President Trump. They've been making the money grab on me. These people want me to suffer for something I did when I was a teenager. Right? Because that's all they got. That's it. That's all they got. They got nothing. They got no evidence. They got no proof of nothing except for idiot stuff. I was never convicted for a felon. I was never convicted of anything. And they got nothing. And they're pissed because I got all kinds of stuff and capabilities of weaponry and everything. I'm like, because I'm not a felon, you idiots. It is state law. If you're a felon, you're not allowed to be around weapons. None. Zero, zilch. And they're all mad. Hey, you're building all kinds of. Because I don't have a record of being a felon or an idiot or a trafficker or a meth dealer or anything like that. Bunch of idiots. I wouldn't doubt if they're making up fake stuff on me. Why? They want my movie. They'll make up fake documents and everything. My God, you're a 20-time felon. Raped and pillaged this whole world. We're hip to your crap and your fraudulent stuff. Prove anything. Prove it. Prove it. That's all I can say. Prove it. I don't have to prove nothing. It's your job to prove that you think I'm this person that is this billionaire or whatever. I'm broker than a joker. And like I said, I'm not going to let them move in on my movie, and it is my movie. I might turn it over to a couple of people that I know will do the movie justice. You folks have a great night. God bless. I'm tired of being under this curse. I'm tired for the madness. I am one to testify. All glory goes to God. And I'm tired of being used as a pin needle and a witchery, sorcery thing myself with these people. And down with the Smiths. Right? Because that's what Trump's rolling in. Trump's brought in the big guys. And he don't like the Smiths. And you know what? With all the evil that we've been going through, the only Smith I'll listen to is probably Ricky Smith from the Memphis Mafia, but the rest of them can go jump in a lake. Right? No, I'm not married to them women, and I only have so many kids, not 1,000 kids running out. These people are nuts. Literally nuts. But as one of the great rock and roll bands ever said, which was Alice in Chains, right? This country got hit, and they should have known better. Hell, they hit me. I wouldn't doubt if I ran to the gas station and came in here with the key and poisoned me. I wouldn't doubt it. The way I'm feeling today. Somebody's doing something. I think it's witchery or sort. I don't know. They're saying could be the old lady that they've been banging on the doors looking for around her. It might be her and her family. But we ain't going to put up with this no more. I know they're using a 95-year-old woman to do this stuff, but I think the police have had enough of this 95-year-old woman and her family. You know, when they're here in the hallway banging on the door at 2 o'clock in the morning, and they were, I think it's over for these people. And I think they were connected to a terrorist religious group or something. From another country or something. I think that's why they're being watched. It ain't me they're watching. I wish they were, because I would put on a show for them. I'll get my patent military helmet up. That's chrome. I'll get out my pointing stick and everything. I'll be out there like Patton. This is just what I wanted to be on film. I'll be acting like an idiot. All right, you folks have a great day. God bless. And remember, keep an eye on the weather. And I want it to be over with, Lord. I ain't myself. I got people trespassing on me. I got people controlling me. They might have given me some drug or something, and it's just driving me nuts or whatever. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. I don't care. I got stuff to do. You folks have a great night. God bless. I'll talk to you later. Amen. No glory goes to God. Lord, forgive me if I said anything that upset you. I'm not killing anybody. I'm not doing anything, Lord. I'm just making movies. There's no reason why these people can make movies out west. And because I'm poor and have nothing anymore, uh, I'm not allowed to do movies, right? I've seen 20 movies that are way worse than mine, way more gorier and everything. But I don't know. All glory goes to God, amen. And save us all, Jesus. And or save the people you. I can't say that. I just say, Lord, can you save the ones that you want saved or follow you and not have prayed or given their life to Satan or evil or corruption? Can you heal us all in Jesus' name? Amen. Have a good night, folks.